Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Get this right. Taking a walk around the neighborhood, seeing if anything's changed. Man, I just love walking out here this time of year. I love it. Thomas Jefferson said, "Let your gun be your constant companion on your walks." Yeah. Let me see that big black thing again. Let me see the Squatch out here. Don't shoot Sasquatch, Pastor Joe. Man, can you guys see this? Oops, sorry. I'm on an animal trail. Goes straight down the hill. Now I'm walking and talking, so I'm not going to see anything. Although I did see that black thing that day. I was talking to y'all. I was watching a show last night on, I think, Amazon, on a bunch of people who did an adventure race in Alaska, like a 7-day race. And I guess I won't critique it. The race was epic. It was epic. The contestants were, by and large, less than prepared. And I could tell it within seconds of them appearing on film and opening their mouths. Look at these trees that all fell down. See that? Interesting. This is why I say I'll never have to cut down a live tree for firewood. I haven't been out here for a while. This part of the property. Man, I don't know if you guys can see the depth right there. That's awesome. You can see forever in the woods this time of year. Here comes an animal. Oh no! It's my security apparatus. I think it was Kevin Musak said, something along the lines of the water can really hurt your situational awareness, the gurgling water. First of all, it draws you in visually. It blots out all the sounds of anybody's or any critters, Black Panther, Bigfoot sneaking up on you. And I said, yep, but the dogs work. And our dogs constantly circle us when we walk. They're a good roving tripwire. Yeah, there's a lot of trees down. Anyway, yeah, I won't have to cut live trees. I just got to get out here and cut these up and haul them out of here, which is more PT because Jack's not getting back here. And it's not like we're going to build roads or even tractor trails all over the property. Don't want to do that. I kind of like the wildness of it, I'm just looking for a place to set, and I think I just found it. You'll excuse me if I look while I talk to y'all, right? Like I said, I haven't been out in this particular part of the property for a while. Nice. It's real nice. There's an old Civil War road down there. They built it during the Civil War. It was a wagon resupply trail. And there's an old bridge, an old Civil War bridge down there. Very simple. They laid a big rock on this side of the creek. Let's say the creek's going between you and I. Big rock here, a big rock here, and then 3 big flat rocks across the top of it. And that's part of the Civil War wagon trail. It's kind of neat. Now, a downside of bringing the dogs is that I won't see well, if we're moving, sometimes they scare deer, and I see the white tail flying away, but like that panther or whatever it was, I won't see it with the dogs. But they like running around and being outside as much as I do. How comfortable are you outside? I wonder how comfortable you are outside. Could you walk into this and make yourself really comfortable for a couple days? I'm telling you, this is perfect right now, weather. It's dry, it's chilly, but it's not cold. The creeks are all flowing, even the little ones, because it rained so hard the last week. So water's not a problem. You could build yourself a really nice lean-to and a fire with a backing. Around here you'd make it out of rocks to reflect the fire heat back into your lean-to. You could be really comfortable. And some people are like, I don't want to go out in the woods, they're scary. There's Bigfoot. I think if you're comfortable, if you can be comfortable, if you can make a go of it, survive, nay, thrive in your outdoors, wherever you are. You could be in Scotland, you could be in England, you could be in Germany, Australia, wherever, Cincinnati. If you could go out into your version of unoccupied space and make yourself comfortable, I think that goes a long way to preparedness. Not saying that should be plan A or B, even. But if you know how to survive out here, then taking the steps to survive in your house without running water and electricity is easy. Like, wow, look at this huge cave I found, and it has a really lovely bough bed in it. In this part of the country, this is the time of year to get out and play. Probably in Tennessee, Southern Virginia, Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, right? It's not too cold. Now, I know, I've lived everywhere and been in all kinds of environments, and I am, by birth and by current location, a Southerner. But man, there's some wimpy Southerners when it comes to cold. Yeah, I'm talking about Dixie. It's 30 degrees. Oh my God, it's so cold. No, it's not. Get out there and play. I would say anything. Now, this is going to show I'm a wimp to some of you northern tier people. But I'd say anything, 28 degrees and up. No problem. Go play. Just dress. A lot of you guys are like, 28 degrees? Haven't seen 28 degrees for 2 weeks. Won't see it for 2 months. I go out and play in minus 35. When I was in Canada, we did winter warfare training there for 3 months once. And it was 35, and honest to God, 35 below zero. And the Canucks up there, man, whole families out on snow machines, riding around, building a fire. They'd have these little sleds that they towed behind their machines, and they'd fill it up basically with a picnic, and firewood and stuff. And they'd go out into the middle of this. Now it was under 10 feet of snow. Start a fire, have a little picnic barbecue. There was some drinking going on, and pack it all up and get home around dark. And it was like 35 below. Maybe it got up to 20 below. And to them it was nothing. There's no bad clothing. There's no bad weather. There's just bad clothing. They all had pretty cool snowsuits and stuff. But I live here, and so we need to get used to being out. I do come out in this stuff when there's chiggers and ticks and stuff, and I pay the price when I do. But I do come out in it, and I know how to do it without. Usually I pay the price because I take a walk out here like this on the fly. Like I wasn't really planning it, so I didn't really douse myself with deep woods off. You should eat garlic, Pastor Joe. You should try essential oils. Yeah. So I haven't doused myself with deep wood off, and therefore, within 24 hours, I got chiggers and ticks and all the things. But I do come out sometimes, but I love it this time of year. I really do. And what I really like, which you'll never see, is when I leave the dogs at home with Sister Kate and I take a little walk and find a place probably like this where I have long views. And again, I don't know if that comes through on the camera, but I have nice long views. I find a comfortable perch and I just sit there and think the big thoughts. This morning, I was checking on something behind our house and I re-noticed a big flat rock back there, looking over a ravine. And my dogs are looking at it too. I heard sounds like a bird. But a big flat rock overlooking a ravine, and it's probably less than 50 yards from my house. I'm thinking I might start taking my morning coffee there. And this winter, clear a path to it. Because, if there's no vegetation between you and where you want to go in the woods, there's no chiggers and ticks on it to speak of. And so if I clear a path now and then make it, I could go out there in the summertime too and just sit there and overlook this huge ravine on a nice flat rock, sitting in like a lawn chair or something, drinking coffee. Might be good. So I looked through the news today and nothing. Impeachment stuff, the stabbing thing in England, on London Bridge area, the fishmongers market, murders here, murders there, rape in India, humanity. Oh, the humanity. I got nothing to say about that stuff. I'm getting less and less interested in it, more and more in this. I encourage y'all to keep your preparations going. I don't show all mine anymore, just because, and I've kind of covered the basics over and over and over again. I'll get back to it for the new people. But I have friends, acquaintances, parishioners, whatever you want to call it, that are all feeling the need, who are all already squared away. They're already set up preparation-wise. They're feeling the need to go deep. There's people who aren't my friends, aren't my acquaintances, aren't even of my faith, let alone in my congregation, but I read about them on the internet. And there's a big feeling about 2020. This is the truth, I personally not feeling it. Of course, when I have felt it before, sometimes nothing happens, so maybe that's an indicator. But I don't feel any sense of doom tied to 2020. But there's a lot out there, and a lot of people do. So I'm not totally poo-pooing. I'm just telling you, I personally don't feel it, which is not me saying nothing's going to happen. But I am feeling the need to just start preparing on different levels than even I have been before, which doesn't mean more of the same. And whether I get into that with y'all or not, I'm not sure. I got to think about that a little bit. But I am taking more steps. But again, my steps are just fueled to a general feeling like, Joe, get going. I've actually been having dreams where I wake up, Joe. And it's like the sense of urgency in the dream. So, take that for what it's worth. Do the best you can with what you got, where you're at. But man, take time to get out and enjoy what the Father's created for us. This is just neat. I keep seeing things out here. It's like, man, I want to build a little cabin here, a little hut, like my little Haben, my little sheep herder's hut. Just because. And it's like, I still don't have drywall or the stove in my kitchen, which is what I'm going to do right after this. I'm literally going to walk home. It's about a half mile away, and going to start working on the stove. And you'll see that when it goes up. All right. My attitude is good. My emotional level is calm. My internal warning levels are normal with a slighted sense, not warning, but a push to prepare more. Again, like I said, on different levels, but not tied to anything in specific. So there's the sense of me right now. Hey, take time to hug your loved ones. Take time to get outside and at least move your body. See what's new in your neighborhood. All right. Maybe I'll see you out here.